Hi everyone, it's Al, and I wanted to do a quick video update on the long-term review of the Lee Classic Turret Press. It's I've had it now for maybe a couple of years, and I put several thousand rounds through it. I'm in the middle of loading some 45 ACP, and this thing just runs very well. The double disc powder measure, it's really the right tool to use here. It's just fully automatic. The only thing that you need to be concerned with is that you need to purchase not one but two risers if you use pistol bullets to reload here, so that the powder measure, as it revolves, as the turret turns around, it clears the primer tray there. So you don't need that in when you're loading rifle cartridges, because the die is longer, so only one spacer is needed for that disc measure to clear that primer tray. As you can see, I'm loading some 45 ACP, and everything's been already cleaned and tumbled. I haven't sized any of it because it's mostly ones, maybe some of it might be twice fire brass, and then there's the rest. I've already reloaded probably five boxes there, and I am using the Rainier Ballistics 200 grain hollow point 45 bullets. They're copper plated lead bullets. You can see those here, and they're inexpensive enough. I had a bunch of Cabela's points saved up, and so I was able to buy that box and of 500 plus another box of 500s for my 357/38 special and a 9mm for a fairly decent price, because I had the points already accumulated. I also have quite a few full boxes of the Hornady XTP, and to be quite honest, I need to do a test one day on these two bullets, because when I put them side by side, there really isn't a whole lot of difference between the two. So I'm not sure what the terminal performance is going to be on that Rainier Ballistics versus this. This is $26 for a box of 100. This is like $70 for a box of 500s. So it's quite a bit of difference in price. And so doing a test on water maybe might be a good way to figure it out. The primer feed on this thing is just absolutely wonderful. This is the large primer feed. It comes with the small primer feed arm also, and I just have to tell you, it just works really well. So anyways, let me pause the video, set up the camera, and I'll show you how it works. And I'm very happy with the performance so far. All right, so like I said, I got everything pretty much ready to go. I got some bullets here, some cases there, and then an empty white box of 45 Winchester that I'll just reload using this. And you just gotta follow or find your rhythm, I guess, more than anything. Go into the first station and prime, and resize and put the primer in. Now prime on the downstroke. Get your powder on the second station, and you can see perhaps that the powder is in there. I'm using a 6.1 or 0.61 hole on my auto disc powder measure, and I'm using bullseye for the powder. Once in a while, if I don't do this right, I'll get a primer that's like this one here came upside down. I must have not flipped that primer in the tray, so you gotta be careful when you put your primers in the tray that you flip all of them. That one was not flipped. But essentially you get 4 rounds, or I mean 4 pulls of the arm, and you get a fully loaded round. Once you get a rhythm going, it goes pretty quick. But this thing has been absolutely wonderful. I have not had a hiccup on this thing at all. It just works. Lee has really done a good job with this thing. The priming system works very well. Once in a while I'll mess it up putting too much force from the top instead of just pushing it like I should. So the one thing that you gotta learn on this is don't mess with it. Just simply push it from the back with your thumb, and it just works well. And then I just once in a while check, make sure that I do have powder in my cases. Set your print properly for the last station. So there's the belting the case mouth with that station, and putting the powder in. Now we're going to seat the bullet, print the bullet, and it's done. So if you want to know what the 4 stations are, there's sizing. Oh, this one looked like I had some media in it, because I put some I recharged the media with some polishing compound, and so some of it got stuck in there. The one good thing about this station, or about this turret press, is that you can just alter the sequence if you need to and go back to the beginning or go to any station, as you can see. So it's really versatile when it comes to it, and you just have to pay attention when I talk for the camera. I'm thinking one thing and I'm trying to do another, and it doesn't always work well. But you can kind of feel the rhythm, how fast the reloading becomes with this tool. That should be the last one here that I'll do. And as you can see, there's my last round here that I'll load up. See if it'll focus on it. There we go. So that's the Rainier Ballistics 200 grain hollow point bullet. As you can see, it's pretty close to the Hornady XTP, and that turret press really does a great job in reloading rounds pretty quickly. I've not had any problems with it whatsoever. So if you're thinking about getting a good reloader, this might be one to consider. It's not a progressive, but it's pretty close to progressive. I thought about a progressive, but there's too much of a hassle to change calibers, so you end up with multiple progressives, one per caliber, and that's just, to me, it's wasteful. So anyways, that fits the bill for me. And after 2 years and several thousand rounds, I probably got, gee, I don't know, 6,000-7,000 rounds through that thing. It's done quite well. So thanks everybody for watching. God bless and take care.